we're gonna play Paralives. Here's the plan. As you guys know, whenever something new comes out in our old favorite simulation game, The Sims, we would do a deep dive where we'd look at every object, all the swatches, if there were descriptions, read those, and discuss our feelings. And it makes sense for us to do the same thing in Paralives. Now, obviously, looking at all the swatches is not necessarily super useful in this capacity because it is possible to recolor most things. So we're gonna just, I think, focus on mostly looking at the objects just to have a better idea of what exists in the game and what's possible. I think for time, we're not gonna have time to look at every single object to see like how many elements can be recolored, for example. And you know, most things can be resized in various ways. So we're gonna try and be pretty thorough, but we're not gonna be able to look at the minute details of every single item. But if there's an item that you're like, ooh, can this item do this, 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 or that? You can absolutely ask and we can take a little peek. Otherwise, we're just gonna mostly focus on seeing what objects exist and kind of getting a handle on what's already in game. So I think that that's the plan for today. And if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Should we start with build or with buy? I kind of want to start with buy. So you know what? We're gonna live dangerously. We're gonna look at all of our furnishings first, just for fun. And if you didn't realize, we're on the like single build lot, and hopefully we have enough space for everything that we want to see. Okay, let's do it. Let's start with chairs. I feel like it's not the most necessary to look up the names of these unless you guys disagree. Okay, I kind of wonder, do these stack? Oh, I'm pressing 9, but I should be pressing shift. Oh, we could totally stack these. We just have to be a little bit, you know, you could absolutely stack them. Okay, that's all we care about. These really remind me of Sims 2 items. Oh, and we've got like a lounger. I do wish that the chairs were like a little bit more sorted into like type or style or sort of material or something. But we have a lot of good options right out the gate. None of these are bad. One thing I'm really curious about, what is this? It says it's a racky tacky. I don't know what that means. Wow, look at all of these objects. Oh, we've got another. Maybe I'll move the chaise over here. And then this guy. And oh, well, you know how we were talking about how some of the Sims table having legs? Hello? This is horrifying. I am horrified. These are all of our chairs that we have. And something that we learned is that all of the chairs that have like fabric or wicker, it seems like we can recolor all the different elements. And in some cases, literally choose the fabric that we want, which is honestly pretty amazing. In this case, we can't change the weave, but we can color it, which is so nice. I really like that a lot. But in this case, for this one, for example, we're able to actually literally change this type and style of wicker that we have. We are Nancy Drew Paralifing. Exactly. We're looking at every object to figure out how they work, what they're gonna, what they're gonna look like. Oh, this one we can change the wicker as well. That is so cool. I wonder what happens if we decide we want to add fabric. We could even change this to like a fabric covered chair. That's awesome. And like in theory, I guess you could use anything, but like so they would look kind of weird. But oh, that is very cool. I like that a lot. I'm just so paranoid that it's gonna be all laggy and weird. I don't know. You guys promised to tell me. Basically, The Sims 5. I mean, it's not. It is still somewhat different from The Sims, I would say. However, it has a lot of really cool features that I like so much. Okay. So we've got chairs taken care of. And now let's take a look at our couch options. And something I guess we're gonna have to do for each couch is look at how they resize. Because that's a big thing that couches can do, is they can be resized. Which is so cool. I'm really hoping that in the future we get sectionals like we have in The Sims, because I would like the option of having couches that are a little bit more flexible. I think that would be awesome. Okay, so here are all of our couch options. Not as many couch options as we have for chair options, but I would say like a good number of silly ones and also usable ones. And for all of the couches, they size down into chairs, then they become 2 or 3 or, multi-seaters. Obviously, the longer they are, the sillier they look, but it is cool that you can essentially tweak until a certain point, and then it grows into the next number of cushions. So, I mean, that's pretty awesome. Being able to swap between an armchair and like multi-seat couches. I love this. Honestly, being able to switch between an armchair and like 2 or 3 seater couches is delightful. I'm also going to assume that these are all very recolorable. They all seem to function pretty much the same. And what is nice is you don't need as many. Oh, that one's like just like that. I see. You don't need as many options because you can recolor them all very effectively. Some of them, I will say, end up looking like very wide armchairs. I really like this one. We actually were looking at this when we were building the other day. And then 2 silly ones. A very ouchy cactus couch and a really weird tiger couch. Yeah, I think it's really good for that exact reason. Okay, and they all seem to have recoloring options. The ones that I'm the most interested in are... Oh, here we go. The wicker seems like, once again, we could change. Ooh, some of the wicker doesn't change nicely, though. If the wicker doesn't have like a background, it looks like empty inside, which is really weird. But we have a few options. You just don't want a see-through one. The see-through ones really are strange. But a non-see-through one is really cool. And then for cushions, again, we're just coloring. It doesn't look like we're able to actually choose fabric for these. Frame and wicker options, but cushion, oh, for this one, we can choose different textiles. So if we want it to have, ooh, but as you can see, they don't really look that good. Not all of them. Oh yeah, the way that some of them are doesn't look great. You can see that it's like stretching out, and also the direction of the fabric. So some of them maybe work a little better than no, they're all pretty bad. I think that even though technically you can add your choice, anything with a pattern ends up looking really weird. Yeah, I think that's like not ideal. But it's a cool notion. But all of this I think is pretty awesome. Being able to recolor and everything. And oh, apparently we can even recolor the tiger. Okay, cool. All right, so those are our options for couches. We need to build a maximalist house, the tiger couch. I mean, I don't hate that. Storm, hello, how are you? We are doing a deep dive investigation and looking at all the objects in Paralives because I feel like we need to know. Also, how is it? Is it feeling less laggy to you guys now? Please let me know. Okay, and next up we have our armchairs. And it looks like we have a wide array of armchairs. I wonder if armchairs can clip to tables or only chairs can clip to tables. We need to investigate that once we start looking at surfaces. There's an egg chair. Oh, I love the egg chair. Lots of, oh, and literally an egg chair. Oh, I've run out of money because apparently that's something I can do. Mayor, hello, a fake early clubber. I guess it was closed, so you couldn't get another early club. Much better? Okay, good, thank you. Hold on, I need to just quickly look up Paralives cheats. Because I've never done this before. So we're gonna do Control-Shift-C. Oh yeah. And then piggy bank, make it rain, jackpot, or print money. Print, oh, okay, hold on. Print money. There we go. That's so cool. Oh, I love learning about cheats in games. It's so fun. Okay, cool. Cheat command. All right, so here are all of the armchairs that we have. And the armchairs don't resize. The armchairs are the size that they are. You can do the advanced transform tool, but I assume that would affect a pair's ability to sit in the chairs. But it does look like they're all recolorable. And presumably, again, choosing our fabrics, choosing the colors of our fabrics. They did a better job of placing the fabric fill on the chairs, it looks like, than they did on the couches. But yeah, I think all of this is really nice. Oh, even this chair, you can choose the colors that you want. You can choose like all three. Why would you want a pair of dimes? Your guess is as good as mine. I'm so curious now that I know that they kind of have this wicker thing where it lets you change. Okay, in this case, we're just changing the wood texture. Okay, so some are better than others. but we can again change the fabric, which is so nice. These, yeah, I really like the look of all of it. And like, look at the little camping chair and like, oh, such cute details. Okay, next up, ottomans. So these apparently in early access are purely decorative and para folks cannot use them. Oh, and that one matches that. Oh, I love that. Oh, and there's like a little lemon. Okay, this is really fun. I feel like you could use them as like put a tray on them or something and like bits on top. I'm just curious. Once again, I want to know. Yep. We can change the wicker. But again, you need a wicker that doesn't have holes in it or else it looks weird. And then for this, we're recoloring within that pattern. And for the lemon, it can be an orange, it can be a grapefruit, a lime, or presumably you can recolor it yourself. What about the egg? Can we recolor the egg? I think the egg stays egg-shaped, egg-colored. We can just change the outside color of this weird little egg chair. Okay, I really like these. All these are really nice. Okay, next up, for more seating, we now have benches. Oh, hello. And my guess is that we can probably resize benches because I feel like they're probably similar to couches. But we'll look and find out. I'm also wondering if benches can clip. Oh, and then we've got these weird little lips. And that. That looks so weird and haunted. The world's longest bench. Or you can make it the bench into a little chair. These all resize, which is great. They do look a little stretched out if you resize them too much. But that is really cool. I like that a lot. Okay, awesome. We have a couple of desk chairs. Rolling desk chairs on wheels. 5 options. Wow, they look like weirdly realistic. Look at that gaming chair. I like that we have so many rolling wheelie chairs. We need a coffee table that looks like bacon. I mean, maybe there is one. I do know, I mean, that there's a couple of really haunted things. So far, the most haunted thing is this. What is this? Whose idea was that? So haunted. So haunted. I fear that there's more where that came from. These are our gaming chairs, or I guess our desk chairs, one of which is a gaming chair. And it looks like we can make changes. I'm wondering if we can... Oh, in this case, the seat is always the seat. You can just change the color. And then this option, I assume we can recolor if we want like the stripies to be different colors. And then this one, again, we can change the colors of the metal and then the colors of the fabric. Very cool. All right. Finally, the last of our seating, we have decorative stools because para folks cannot use them, as we learned yesterday. But it looks like we have stools in some different sizes. I think Gizmo sees a bird because he is looking out the window with his head at a very interesting angle. Your meds are wearing off. A likely excuse. I'm wondering if any of these can be resized. No, not up or down. I thought like maybe this one could be like made taller or shorter. I thought that would have been cool. And we can't change the weave of this one, but again, we can change the color. Cool. Nice stools. It's a shame that they can't sit on it yet, but I'm sure that will happen soon. Okay, and that officially is all of the sitting objects. Thank you for pinning that. It was very good. What do we think about the sitting objects? I think it's a pretty good collection to start with so far. I like that the couches at least are adjustable and recolorable. I am looking forward to them adding more objects, more shapes. And I would love if they would fix these fabric ones so that you could put patterned fabric without it being all stretched and skewed. I think being able to change and choose the fabric for these seats and for these seats is really nice. And I would love if you could do it for these as well. One thing we didn't check was for this one, this recliner. See, they fixed it for this one. We can use whatever fabric we want. So it seems like it was just an oversight for these fabric couches. Yeah, isn't it cool that you can do it in this game? The tiger's a star. Tiger and the cactus, are they in love or are they enemies? Or both? The Sims Love Summer Camp Challenge. Yeah, we still will do it one day. I just need it to be less buggy and weird. I need them to fix it so it will work properly. And then we'll do it and it'll be very fun. They're in love and the egg chair is their child. I'll move the egg chair closer so I can be near to mommy and daddy. Okay, cool. So those are all the seating items. Now let's look at all the surface items. Starting with the tables, and it looks like we have a fair number of tables. Tables also do something kind of cool in that they resize. So let's take a look at the table options and then we'll investigate them a little closer. I do think we have to be conscientious and careful when we're resizing the tables because chairs and stuff clip to them and then they end up looking a little weird and like your para will like merge with the table in a weird way, which is obviously not what we want. Oh, and that's like a tablecloth. That's also a tablecloth. Wowza. I also think that the way that these are organized feels very random to me. So I think there's like an amount of hunting that needs to be done in order to find the table. Cassie, here's some archery skills. There you go. Okay, so a good collection of tables. None of them have creepy human hands and feet for legs. You need to change your name to what chair? Tables are sure on stream. Okay, so what's cool about these tables is that they resize. So, for example, you can make them wider or longer or shorter. And they just kind of recalibrate I will say they don't look as good because whatever the pattern is starts to look a little bit stretchy and weird. Like especially on like ones like this. But that is really cool because it does give you a bit more control over how many people you can seat. And some of them I think are going to resize better than others. And then these round ones, you can adjust this way. Be careful if you go too small because the clipping spaces are still the same. So as an example, oh, wow, that's cool. You hold a chair and it shows you every clipping spot. I'm gonna borrow these for a sec. So you can see that we can attach chairs here. And then as we resize, it adds more or fewer options, which is really cool. But you can see that it will still clip them and then they like are touching and it's weird and you know, it's not ideal. So we do have to be a bit careful about that. But all told, I think they did a cool thing with this. I wish there was a way to reset an item more easily. I think that would be very cool. You're gonna change your username to something that's not chair? But it's part of your brand. Yeah, a bookmark function would be really good. That's a good note. We love chair. With the right coloring, it could be a bacon table for the breakfast nook of your maximalist house. You mean this one could be a bacon table? Is that what you're implying? This one feels the most bacony. What color is bacon? I don't know if that really counts. And then for this, we can change the color of the tablecloth. I'm wondering if we can add a pattern to the tablecloth. I wish it would let us change the angle when we were in edit mode. That's one thing. Oh, see? It's like weird. They didn't do a very good job of some of the fabric options here. See how it's like all stretched and strange? Same issue as with the couch. Maybe you know what? Maybe they can't have fabric not stretch if it's an item that can be resized. Because we did note that for the chairs and the armchairs, they can't be resized. And as a result, the fabric goes properly. But for the couches, which can be resized, the fabric pattern warps and does weird stuff. And since these tables can be resized, I think that's what we're learning. That anything that can be resized, they haven't figured out, or they haven't added yet, how to add fabric or patterns without the fabric or patterns stretching or being weird. That's good information to have. That's pretty smart. I'm happy to know that. Okay, coffee tables are next. And we learned that coffee tables can be resized and things still clip to them, which is amazing. It's truly fantastic. Being able to place things freely is beyond incredible. Ooh, I like that one. Okay, all of our different types of coffee tables. That can be resized and adjusted. I guess some of them can be longer or narrower. Some of them can just be bigger or smaller. That's so cool. And I like that depending on the shape and style of the table, it can go either direction. So you can make like a nice square table if you want, or like longer or thinner, narrower. I think that's awesome. This one can only be deeper, not longer. That's really cool. That like shows you that they really put thought into each of these designs. Okay, awesome. Next up is side tables. Oh, I already see a couple I'm really excited about. Okay. The side tables also appear to resize. That's really cool. That gives us a lot of options. Do they all? That one does. I bet this one scales out. Yeah. Oh, amazing. A rubber ducky table? I like the ones, I like that you can make them bigger, wider, because that can really mean some side tables could become coffee tables pretty easily. Bedside tables, be able to fit them in like little nooks and crannies. If you want something like behind a couch or something. Oh, look at this Rubik's Cube one. That's cool. Oh, this is fun. I'm glad to finally know all the things that we have. Deeper, not longer. You see nothing. That is so cool. That is so delightfully fun. So these are our consoles and TV stands. And they do the same type of resizing, either in 2 or 4 directions. Or, in this case, this one doesn't resize at all. But the other ones do seem to resize in 2 or 4 directions. Oh, hello? I didn't mean to do that. Oh, this one also doesn't resize. That's a shame. This one would have been cool if we could have extended it and it would have had like more doors. Desks. Oh wow, this one looks like it could be a standing desk. Okay, so we've got desks and we're gonna see if and how they adjust. Wow, that really looks like a gaming desk. If these standing desks are truly standing desks, I'm gonna be so impressed. Honestly, a lot of these things really just look like IKEA objects. Okay, here are all of our desk options. Not that many, actually. They get wider, but not deeper. Oh, this one gets wider, and it adds more drawers, which is kind of fun. This one gets... Why would you want a desk to get wider, though? That's, like, a little strange. These ones get wider, wider. And you can flip the side? Oh, no. Not of all of them. Just of this one, it looks like you can flip the side of the drawers. This one, you can't flip the drawers. Unfortunately. And even though these are standing desks, that is a misnomer. They don't actually go up and down. The names are IKEA names. Are they? Are they actually IKEA names? I mean, not real, but IKEA sounding names, I guess. I don't know if they're like legit IKEA names. It would be cool if they had an IKEA collab, though. I would like that. You feel like your 8-foot desk is not wide enough? I guess that's true. if you could turn one of these into like a front desk type of thing. You also want more real estate. I mean, I will say, like, I would like a bigger desk too, for sure. But I feel like some of these desks, you know, this type of desk, like, I guess you could get away with it, but it's just like kind of unrealistic. But being able to adjust them a little bit just so you could really fit them exactly where you want them is like a really nice feature. I like that a lot. Okay, the final surface that we have is our counters and cabinets. And this one is kind of interesting because counters and cabinets have a variety of elements and pieces. So we learned that each of the cabinets have different style pieces that can be further adjusted with like different handles and stuff. Maybe for each category, we should be picking a winner for a favorite. Oh, I like that idea. I'm in. Yeah, we can absolutely do that. Do we want to do like a favorite item for like chairs and couches and armchairs and blah, 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 or a favorite for each like major category, like a favorite sitting object, a favorite, you know, lying down object? How precise do we want to be with it? I will say I wish that you could leave things open a little more. Oh no, I can't place these. We need a wall. Okay, please hold for a wall. Okay. Okay. And, oh, and this one is attached to the ground. Okay, so for example, this is the first set we have. These are all the variants it comes with. And then for each of them, we can obviously adjust the swatches in the various pieces. And we can also click on this little pencil, and the alternate versions are changing the handles. And so we can do anything that has separate handles. In this case, like we could change the handles. Additionally, each of these pieces also resizes. So, for example, we can make it a tiny bit thinner, and much like the couch, it just resizes based on the width. So there's a lot of customization. One thing I noticed when I was trying to build with kitchens, it was like the clipping was a little sus, and it was like a little bit, just like a little bit like finagly. Because things can sort of overlap with that, you know, you have to be careful not to, and they also, like, you can see that it doesn't really want to align properly necessarily. I found myself kind of having to like really take my time. I think if you're not careful, things are going to be misaligned pretty easily. I do really like that you can have a bit of control. So you can be like, I want like really wide or whatever. So I think all of that is really cool. I like that a lot. When we built a kitchen, it was a little irritating to get everything to align properly. Also, currently we know that bar seats don't work, and this is the only type of counter that we have, and it's like very deep, which is a bit too deep maybe. And this is the only style. So if you want this, it has to have one type of like door, cupboard, whatever. And then these ones resize in different ways. So it can be thicker or thinner or taller or shorter. And the same thing with the wall one. And this one can only be like taller or shorter, the little corner piece. And again, it's only an inner corner. There's no outer corner. So this is pretty great. I'm hoping that they continue to develop this going forward because I think it's like almost there, but I feel like they could do more. And they have slots, yeah. Well, when we get to appliances, we'll talk about how they slot because they have, you can put anything anywhere. And if you want an appliance to work, it will slot in where it will work, which is really cool. Cluttering is so much better on these, like infinitely better on these. Okay, so that was one type. Let's quickly go through. I want this to like not close out every time. Having to click back every single time. I wish it would stay open. And again, we can change the handles. Okay, we've got the inner corner piece. We've got the open piece, which I love because we can tuck. I wish that there was a way they would make one that you could put a fridge inside. Is there a hotkey? Ooh, that would be really useful. Not that I'm aware of. If anyone knows of a hotkey, please share with the class. It's me, I'm class. Okay. Our third option, do we want to do every single piece for all of them? Is this nice or do we get the point? Because they're all pretty similar. I guess they all actually are the same. You can see that there's 2 doors, 1 door, one in like a thing in a drawer, 2 drawers, 3 drawers, or 2 doors or 4 thinner drawers. Those are all the same. I'm not going to bother placing those. They're identical. This is another type. They're all pretty similar and they can all be recolored pretty nicely. So we're just sort of choosing like what you want the drawer fronts to look like, because all of these things can be adjusted and changed. All of this is like identical. Oh, except for, what is this? This one's different. Is this one meant to be like a counter? What is this one meant to be? This one is meant to be a counter. Huh. Interesting. That's really strange. I wonder, this one can be resized. Oh, okay, it's like a waterfall counter. That's cute. And then you can like have chairs stuck in. Okay. Interesting. That's actually different and cool. I like that. Okay, and then all of these are, again, the same. This one is really useful. We actually used this one already. So this one is quite different from the other ones. Guess who has an appointment for her glasses? Oh, I bet it's you. Oh, and this is for the wall. Are those the same? And then we did see this one that is very resizable. Oh, I see. That one has this and this one like a corner piece somehow. So we can adjust this one and it will adjust the size and how many baskets there are. I mean, it's a bit, I don't know, it's kind of weird, but it's very recolorable. I don't know if this is really kitchen-y, but this feels a bit more like mudroom style. That could be a thing, I guess. Okay. Next up, another pretty basic one that I think is pretty similar. Yeah, nothing different about this one. Again, they're all the same. They just have different like door paneling styles. You can see, very different. Okay, then we've got this one. Again, pretty much the same, just different store styles. And this one doesn't have like the back bit. I don't know, like the lip on it. But these ones, again, are all the same. Not going to bother placing them. And finally, only cabinets. Much like... oh, it happens, Alpha. Much like... This one doesn't match anything necessarily. But you can recolor any of them to match whatever you've done for the wood here. And it resizes in all directions. Which is really cool. I like that a lot. Okay, so that's what we've got going on for counters and cabinets. Again, I think their usefulness, their power really, really comes from being able to recolor them and being able to resize them. So there's that. I don't know, what do you guys think? Any thoughts? That's the end of all of our surfaces. Honestly, so far, pretty good collection. Do I have a favorite? I mean, not really. I think I'll use all of them, particularly because we can make changes pretty easily to all of them. This style, I think, is not really a kitchen one. I love this shelf we've already used in 2 builds we've done because it essentially functions as like a really long shelf that we can resize to different heights, which is awesome. So maybe this piece is my favorite because it's quite usable. I feel like I personally I don't really care about the silly objects. And I probably won't reach for them very often. Like, I can't really imagine using these. I can't imagine what trauma would have had to befall me in order to use this one. I feel like if you ever see me put this in a build, like, check me for, I don't know, head trauma. But yeah, it just feels nice, and I just know that A, there's going to be really good CC, and B, there's going to be lots of updates in the years going forward. It's missing a piece? What's missing a piece? Next up, we're going to look at beds. The stool, what piece is it missing? Now we need a themed room reading for Paralives. Come up with more themes, use the fun items. That's true. That is true. Okay, so we've got some kids stuff. Oh, you know what? You know how we were talking about resizing objects if the fabric doesn't resize properly? We're gonna figure out if the fabric resizes properly on beds, because the beds are also resizable. My guess is maybe no, but we're gonna find out together. Is that a... Oh, I love that. It's literally... You can sleep in a coffin. That's amazing. I love that. I love that. That's so cool. The top half. Okay, so let's take a look. These are all of our beds. So we've got 2 cribs that don't resize. This child's bed doesn't resize, but all these other beds do. So basically, you can make... This is like a single bed and then a double and whatever. However, at present, only 2 paras can use a bed at once. I saw that in a developer note. So they might change it later. Oh, like that one actually gets narrower. Some of them get different levels of narrow, I guess. But currently, doesn't matter how big the bed is, only 2 can sleep in them at the same time. Can we do anything with the coffin? No, the coffin can't be resized. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see about recoloring. All right, so the blanket. Yep, there we go. So it is a resizing issue. At a certain size, it's fine. But as it gets, even at like resizing it to double, this stretches, it's not able to adjust. That's good to know. That is good to know. So that's like very much a limitation that they either can't fix or haven't fixed yet. You have to go to work and clean gross things. I'll be in your ear. Ooh, should we do like a moment for some ASMR? Willy Wonka, have all 4 grandparents in the same bed. Hi, Ree. Paralives. Yes, we're doing a Paralives deep dive today. Specifically, we're just looking at everything it comes with in base game. All right. So that's all the beds. And I like that we have cribs and a little children's bed. I'm wondering if, like, I think there should be more. I don't know if there's, like, how the gameplay works. Is this the bed that if you're a child, like, you have to use it? Or can anyone sleep in any bed? That is not information I currently possess. Okay, next up is storage. And we've got bookshelves, regular shelves, wall shelves, dressers, wardrobes to look through. So let's look at bookshelves first. This is a kid's bookshelf, and it says the Very Hungry display bookcase. Does that resize? Only this way. Okay, that's a bit of a bummer. Oh, that's right. We actually learned this yesterday, that bookshelves don't expand. They can just get bigger or smaller, but not like longer. Also, the books can't be recolored. We also learned that. It would be cool if they would adjust the bookshelves and allow the bookshelves to be expanded upon, so that you could, and like there more books would auto-populate. Or even if it added some empty space. All right. Here are all of our bookshelves. I love all the book textures they gave us. They're so nice. It is a bit of a bummer that the books are not recolorable. Obviously, you couldn't recolor them individually, but it would be cool if there were just like a few, like in, you know, like in The Sims when they've given us some bookshelves that you have a bookshelf and it's like the bookshelf itself is the same color 3 times, but the books have been recolored inside the shelf. I would like that for something like this, because I feel like if you want to have like, you have a long wall and so you want 2 shelves side by side, it looks nicer if the books are not identical and you can kind of get away with them not being the exact same. Also, I think like what's a little weird is like they've reused some assets in an obvious way. Like this little guy here is the exact same as this little guy here, which is like a bit of a bummer because like why would they have the exact same book twice on the same bookshelf? So, you know, there's that. Okay, so those are all the bookshelves. I assume that paras can interact with them. Then this is regular shelves. Oh, that's like a hutch. Oh, that is an IKEA shelf if I ever saw one. That is straight from IKEA. I'm very curious how these guys are going to resize. Oh, look at the bar cart. Cute. What the heck is this? It's like a princess castle. I don't know how that counts as a shelf. Okay, this one doesn't resize at all. This one can be taller or not shorter or wider. This one can scale. This one can scale. This one can only get wider, not taller. This one can get wider. This one can get wider. This one can get wider. Okay. This one doesn't resize at all. And this one can get deeper. Only a little bit deeper, a little narrower. And wider. Very strange. I don't know what to do about this one. I'm not sure what they're like. Do things fit inside of it? Like, does this bed? Like, are we supposed to like tuck it in like that or something? I don't know. I'm not sure what the deal is with this one. Random. I'm gonna put it over here next to the tiger and the cactus. Okay. We have wall shelves next. So for that, I want to be able to drag walls longer. That's an annoying thing that you can't drag a wall longer. I don't care for that. That is something that they should fix. Okay. Wall shelves. Let me just paint the walls really fast. Okay. There we go. That's better. I bet that these resize really nicely. I'm very excited. To see what we can do with these. It's a shelves head. It's like a headboard shelf. Yeah, made sense. Okay. So they resize. Oh, look at this. Amazing. This is a picture frame shelf. And it extends. They all get bigger and smaller. Oh, and this one also gets bigger that way. This one resizes in this direction, as does this one. This one's like kind of wild. I don't really know what its deal is. Oh, this one. Oh no, I thought I clicked the wall by accident. Does the game feel any lagginess any different now? And Sims Many Items game would be struggling. It doesn't feel bad to me. But if you guys are seeing any lag, I was having an issue and I had to restart stream earlier because of it. My OBS is upset. Does it feel laggy on your end? Or is that just more of a general question? You haven't noticed? Looks smooth? Okay, great. Yeah, I'm not noticing any issues. The real thing is going to come. One of the issues with The Sims that we noticed when Nancy drawing would be if we put up walls and we tried to have every single swatch at the same time, like wall swatch, I meant, then it would get weird and blinky. So I don't know if that would be an issue, but when we get into walls, we'll see what happens. If it starts getting weird and blinky, we'll know. But yeah, I'm not having any issues. I will say that my computer has 32 gigs of RAM, so that's like quite a lot. So you might have troubles on a lower RAM computer. All right, these are dressers. They're all very small. I'm hoping that they can be resized. They sure can. Oh, I love that. They can be resized. They can't get taller, but they can get wider. That's amazing. All the sheep in there. So many sheep. Okay, and here's wardrobes. Oh, and it looks like there's variations. So different clothing types. So same one with different clothes. Oh, and a detail, the clothes actually look like the clothes that they would wear. They have that, like, it's literally the same clothes, just sort of 3D-ified. That's really cool. Okay, and then we've got this version, which again has different types. And how do we recolor? Oh, okay. Close 1, close 2. So in this case, only some of the clothes change. And then the wood option. And then the metal option. Okay. Is that the case for all of them? Close 1, close 2. Interesting. So it leaves 2 items untouched. Is that the case for all of them? Oh, it is. That's so strange that they would not allow you to recolor everything. Interesting. Okay. And then finally, we've got this version, which does have, once again, three variations of clothes. I really wish they would do a version that was like only coats, so it could be like in a hallway, not only in a bedroom. I don't know why they refuse to understand that, like, I'm not hanging my pants in a closet this way. I also wish that they would give us, if they want to give us clothes hanging, especially clothes that they can't interact with, it's not like they can pull them off a hanger. I feel like they should give us like what looks like a lot of clothes like stuffed into a closet, like lots of hangers and lots of garments. You don't have to see the details of them. Like, who has this many clothes, like, you know, this few clothes separated? It's always bugged me. Okay. Then we've got this version, which is, I guess, meant to go on a wall, but it doesn't have to. Oh, or that's kind of strange. It doesn't, it looks like it's meant to be attached to the ceiling. That's a bit strange. I'm a bit confused. Ooh, we're gonna resize in a sec. I think that maybe we're gonna see something cool happen. Okay, these are all the same, by the way. Option 1, it's like, or option 3 is a vest, a shirt, a sweater, a coat, and pants. Option 2 is a skirt, a top, this cardigan, a jean jacket, and a dress. Option 1 is leather jacket, t-shirt, long sleeve shirt, hoodie, jeans. And it's like literally the same. So they've made 3 variations of these clothes. Is there a way to make skylights? Not that I'm aware of without some clever roofing. It needs to be against a wall for the shelf over the rod. Yeah, it needs to be, it does need to be against a wall. It just like doesn't want to, you know, necessarily clip to a wall, but it has to be like that, I guess. And then you put stuff on that shelf. It's interesting that it will let you just free place it though. Then there's also this version. That has these options. I like the ones that have like open space. And then we've got a like a locker style wardrobe. This style, very IKEA style. All right, and these are all of our wardrobe options. What I'm really curious about is resizing. So these can get wider. That looks really bad and weird. So just because they can't get wider doesn't mean they should. Some of them resize better than others. Yeah, that looks terrible. You really have to be careful about using it. And a locker bank. That's fun. Okay, let's check these ones. See, that's what it should be like. Narrower or wider and you get more shelf space. Oh, the clothes repeat themselves. Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, so the shelves repeat themselves. I mean, the clothes repeat themselves. I wonder if that's probably the case for all of them. Yes, it is. I kind of wish that it would like just give you empty space, like empty bar space. If it's gonna repeat these 2 items. That makes it a lot less usable. Because like that's very obvious. So yeah, so you could repeat them. You could have just like this and then this and this and just make sure that the wood was all the same color. Then yeah. But if you wanted to just make it wider, it's gonna do very obvious copies of the clothing. So yeah, I think that this is disappointing. They're still good separately, but I think the resizing of this is like better in, you know, the functionality of it resizing is not as good as I think it should be or could be, or I would like it to be, you know? So there's that. Again, I would like them to give us closets that look like they're actually full of clothes, not like weird boutique clothes. I would like clothes that were like literally just coats, scarves, hats. So it could be like not bedroom clothes, but hallway clothes. And if we're going to be able to resize, make it make sense and not be weird. Those are my notes. Okay, so that's all the storage. How are we guys doing? Are we still locked in? I'm going to move these to a better spot. The closets. Yeah, exactly. I want full closets. Exactly. Okay. So far, so good. Appliances are next. So for fridges, we have 5 options. One of them is cursed. I wish that we had more fridge options. And I also wish that we had cabinets that went over the fridges and like kept them. You know, I want like built-in fridges. I feel like that's not too much to ask for. Oh, I need... All right. Got some more money. We have 3 stoves. 3 of them match the fridges, but we don't have matching ones for those 2. And we have some range hoods. That have to be attached to a wall. They can't hang from the ceiling. But they do resize. This one at least grows taller, which is the most useful option. Yeah, exactly. Why give us this without anything else? It's very random. Okay, the moment we've all been waiting for. Appliances. Appliances can go anywhere. You can put it literally on the ground if you want, which is amazing. But you'll notice that on all the counters and on all the surfaces, in this case, dining tables and countertops, we can clip an appliance in place and then they'll be able to use it. We could also just put it in, but then they won't be usable, which is very cool. So it's like if, let's say you want to have a microwave for the build, but you don't want your Paras to be constantly using a microwave, you can place it in a way that they can't interact with it, which is incredible. So we've got a toaster that can be recolored, a coffee maker that can be recolored. Oh, another type of toaster, 2 toaster options, a microwave, a rice cooker, another microwave. This is another coffee machine. That is yet another microwave and an espresso machine. Which is nice. Really like these. I think these are excellent. Oh gosh, look at this. It just wants to clip on top of the microwave like the microwave is a surface. Ugh. Incredible. Incredible. You're sad the electric kettles are clutters of actual appliances. I'm sure they'll adjust that at some point. I would be shocked if they wouldn't. Oh, love it. Okay, we have washers. So we have dishwashers, and they do fit inside, but you can see how it wants to like jump. But they have dishwashers. This is this a washer dryer? a washer dryer that I assume is not, my guess is that the washer dryers are not, I don't think you can do laundry yet. Maybe you can. There's another dishwasher that matches washier, that matches fridge. And then yet another option. So we got 3 dishwashers that match. Oh. 3 dishwashers that match the stoves and fridges. And finally, we have 3 barbecues. This sort of like charcoal barbecue, a legit charcoal barbecue, and then a bigger gas barbecue. You're holding out hope using them appliances? I think eventually it'll be the case. Okay, so that's everything we have for appliances. Not too shabby. I think we'll definitely get more. I love how easy they are to place. The cursed fridge, it has feet. Okay, the next thing we have is plumbing. So let's take a look at our plumbing options. There's 6 toilets. This toilet is like furry. Yikes. A more modern toilet. Ooh, that looks like an automatic toilet. And that is a throne. Hilarious. The royal throne. That's so cool. It's like a chamber pot. A fancy royal chamber pot. Yes, circus core. Under sinks, we have options. Oh, I think I need to put these on in something. So let me quickly go ahead and grab some counters for us. See how they don't really want to align to each other weirdly? Like they're really hard to align properly. Okay, back to plumbing. For sinks, we have all these options. Some of them are more kitchen oriented. Oh, I undersold myself by 2. Is that a beautiful sink or a dirty sink? Sink of endless drip. And it fits better if we resize that. Of course, we can resize our counters. The counters are, I guess that they decided they wanted them to be a little bit more, like automated or less automated, so you can have a bit more control. But as a result, there's sort of a struggle for them to clip together, which is a bit annoying. But maybe I would rather work a little harder and get them exactly right than have less control and let it do the work for me. Maybe there's also like a trick to it that I just haven't figured out yet. Okay, but anyway, all these sinks are really nice. I really like the kitchen sinks, but then I like that there's also like good bathroom sinks. And this one in particular is really fun because you can recolor everything You can recolor the sink itself, the wood block, and the little dish pan in there. Oh, we've already... Oh, what? Hello? There we go. Okay. There's also some pedestal sinks. If you don't want to attach a sink to a counter. I wonder if these can be extended to make them bigger. We're gonna check. No, they can't be widened, unfortunately. And, oh, we have wall sinks. All right, go to the wall. 3 wall-mounted sinks. That's really fun. You do have to make sure that you put them at the right height for use, though. The Floofy Princes are fluffing about at the highest possible cuteness level today. Thank you for asking. Okay, next up, guys, we have showers. And we have 2 wall showers. Oh, that's a tub that, again, needs to be against a wall so that this can be attached and not just floating in midair. A corner shower? Oh, amazing. This is another wall shower, but I think it's meant to be built in. Otherwise, yeah, you gotta build... This is like a built-in wall shower because that's a door that opens and closes. We have this corner shower. We have this one. Can this one be resized? No. Oh, this is coming up. You have to make sure that the wall height, that the ceiling height is the same, or else that's a bit strange. I don't love that. That makes it less usable. Another corner shower. Another little stall shower. And then more built-ins. Oh, and again, this one, you build your own walls for it. Okay, we got lots of options here. That's cool. The rounded corner was your favorite in Sims 3? Have to get something familiar back. I love a rounded shower. I don't know if I like using them in real life, but I do like building with them. And we've got tubs. So these are tubs without showers. This one is stunning. I'm curious to try recoloring that one. Oh, we already saw that one. Ooh, look at that one. Oh, fabulous. You wish The Sims would bring back playable cars? That is, I think, one of the top wishes that people have. Oh, we can change the color of the tub, the color of the faucet, the color of the cushion, and the base, and of course, I mean, this looks bad, but you can change what it looks like. That's so cool. Okay, so that's all of our plumbing. Honestly, very good. Lighting is next. We've got lighting, electrical, hobbies, kids, and then what I'm looking forward to the most, decor and clutter. GTA Willow Creek. All right. Speed run. Floor lamps. That is a dinosaur. So curious about resizing these. It's nice when, like, obviously just being able to generally resize them, as well as use, like, the super resizing adjustment. But resizing when they've given us multiple variations of things is my favorite, like changing heights. Oh, that is another very creepy leg. What does this game have with legs? Are the developers leg fetishists? What do we do with this? What do we do with this? You can't change the leg color. You can change the sock, the lamp shade, the base, and the bulb. But you cannot change the pasty white leg with ginger leg hair. It's a play on the lamp from the holiday, yeah, but like, you know? All right, lamps, we're basically just resizing. I mean, you can resize them and then they become more like, I don't know, side lamps. Disappointed that we can't make them taller or shorter as opposed to bigger or smaller. It'd be nice to be able to resize the shade or something. I like this one a lot. Okay. Table lamps. Being able to place lights and not have everything explode with too much light is great. Presumably all of this is quite recolorable as well. Really giving us lots of objects. What is that one? Bizarre. All right, these all resize in the same way as well. All right, ceiling lamps are next. Oh, hold on. I want to try recoloring the Tiffany's lamp. Oh, that's fun. Okay, yeah, you can absolutely recolor. That's amazing. Okay. We have to build a little house for ourselves. We need an indoor space. And now we can do our hanging lights. Excuse me. Lots of lighting options. They can all be recolored as well, in addition to like the color temperature. I don't think the brightness can be changed that I'm aware of. I wonder if we can change the height of these. I feel like we can only change the size and not the height, which is a bummer, but we'll double check. I would like to be able to make them longer if we're in like a tall room. Okay, and these are all of these lights. Oh, actually, hello? We can. Oh, amazing. Oh, that's everything I ever wanted. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, some of them can't, but many of them can. Some of them do resize, but anything that is like hanging can. Oh, that's amazing. I love that so much. I feel like we're in a lamp showroom. So good. Okay, I'm really happy. We also have some wall lights. So let's try putting them on. And I'm going to paint the walls so we can see them better. Okay, this one is weird. It says it's a wall light, but it's bugged out because you place it and it disappears. I don't know what's going on with that one. We found that out yesterday. Lots of cute options here. Okay, here's all of our hanging options. And they can just be regularly resized. Yeah, if you customize the glow, that would be very good. Also, hi Maiden, welcome in. Nice to see you again. You can adjust the bulb. Oh, what's advanced mode? The light. So technically, you can change the color of the light and I guess like the darkness, but not the like the brightness specifically, I guess. Still very cool. We have ceiling fans. I don't know if the ceiling fans work. I don't know if they do anything in live mode. But we have ceiling fans. And the ceiling fans, are they lit? The ceiling fans have lights inside them, which is great. Yes, you can change pretty much everything. So if, for example, you want to change like the shades, you can do so or set it yourself. With the wicker ones, you can not only change the color, but you can change the style of wicker, which is really cool. Or you could put, you know, a fabric in or something if you wanted to. It just might not look very good, but you can in theory. Isn't that cool? Oh, the shade of the light it gives off? Yes. So you can change, I don't know if it'll look like much because we're in a room like this, but you can change the light and you can change the light color and the color of the light bulb and the color that the light emits and, you know, various things. So yes, but I don't think you can really control like the brightness aside from adjusting the brightness of the color, if that makes sense. Okay, finally, the last type of light we have are outdoor lighting. That one is buggy, but the ones that attach to the ground and not the walls, those are all wall ones. Oh, that's, again, these are all wall ones. So that's what we've got. And they resize, they don't go higher or lower. They just resize, like they scale, unfortunately. Still cool. I mean, I guess it's just so it's not like when you open it up, you don't get like 17 things. It's like one button and then you get some extra options. Okay, so that's what we got for all the lighting. A lot of lighting options. I think the best thing about the lighting options are the hanging lights and the fact that you can make most of them longer or shorter by adjusting like the chain. The ones that are not hanging, that are attached, those just get bigger or smaller. I'm pretty happy about that. That's awesome. Starting off with electrical devices. Starting off with TVs. And it looks like we can free place them, which is great. So we've got an old tile TV and then some different options. Oh, this is a wall-mounted TV specifically. And we can resize them, which is great. So we have many options for the scale and size of our TVs, depending on the wealth of your para, which is amazing. We can free place computers, but I'm going to assume if you want to use them, you have to clip them to something so that they're usable. We have options for computers. Desktop, laptop. That looks like an Apple computer. Yep. And a gaming rig. And they are quite recolorable. Which is fun. I like that very much. Okay, so 4 computers. Early access game consoles, pair folks cannot use them, but there's a Switch. And there's, I don't know, like an Xbox or something. Very cool. For audio, we have a cute little radio. We have headphones. I assume those are decorative and not wearable. There's an audio bar for a TV. Okay, that's amazing. We have a speaker, we have a record player, and we have an old-timey radio. All of which I love. Yeah, you can't resize any of them, unfortunately. You can resize the speakers and the record player, which is weird. You really shouldn't be able to resize a record player, I don't think. Okay. Power. We can add this to the side of a house. I assume that's clutter, but maybe it does something. We also have heating and cooling. An oscillating fan. Oh, a baseboard heater, which needs to be by a wall. Which can, by the way, be stretched, which is amazing. This is a, what is this, an air conditioner? Or just like some kind of heating element? We have baseboard, or nope, that's not what that is. What is that called? And you can make it bigger or smaller. And recolor it. A window AC unit. A wall-mounted AC unit. And this old school mounted unit as well. Awesome. How will you play your giant records? I like all of that. And miscellaneous. A miscellaneous floor vent. A miscellaneous light switch. It doesn't really look like a light switch, but while we're here, a wall exhaust fan. Wall plugs. Wall vent. Mesa wires that has to be attached to a wall. A smoke detector. Fire extinguisher. and a smartphone. Have just a little phone, which is amazing considering they're always using their phones. And you can change the color of your phone case. Radiator, that's what it's called, a radiator. You saw a mod for North American outlets and switches. Well, I will say that, I mean, I'm Canadian, and that is not these are not our types of outlets. Like, that feels very European to me. Ours don't look like that. I don't know if the fire equipment is functional. My guess is yes. I don't know about the fire extinguisher, but the smoke detector presumably works because there are fires in the game. Yeah, like, it's a Canadian development team though, so I'm wondering why they didn't do North American ones as well or instead. Okay, we're getting to the good stuff. Hobbies are up next. So art is one of the hobbies we can have. And there's 2 easels. Okay. Music. There's literally a triangle. Are you kidding me? A triangle. Can they play a triangle? If they can play a triangle, this game deserves, I don't know, the Nobel Peace Prize. It should exist in its own world with no American or Europe. I agree with that. But everything is in English, and I kind of wish it was in, like, its own, you know, made-up language. Like the text. Considering they just go, like, mer, 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 like Charlie Brown noises. All right, so we have 3 types of pianos and 2 types of guitars and a freaking triangle. I really want them to have drums and other types of instruments as well. Can you make any of... cannot be resized. It does have the advanced transform tool, so in theory you could make it bigger, but these are not resizable. I assume they'll add more music stuff later. Fitness. A barbell push-up thing, and a treadmill, and that's it for fitness items. I assume that they're hobbies, so they can all be interacted with. There's a board game table, but no, I guess that they interact with the table to play games. And science, there's a telescope. Okay. Next up, oh, well, before we, next up, I guess, just like kind of revisiting hobbies. Pretty basic hobbies. Yoga mat is a hobby, Clutter. Wait, but they can do yoga though. There's yoga in the park. They can do yoga. Can they not do yoga? Is it in the wrong spot? Or can they only do yoga in the town square? Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm curious about that. Okay. Kids. We'll see all the kids stuff. So it looks like sort of misc decor. There's an open book. Hopscotch. Oh, a piñata needs to be inside something because it's hanging, obviously. Out of curiosity, you can make it go lower. Oh my god, higher or lower for a piñata is diabolical. I love that. Parents need the yoga mat to do yoga thing to do at home, but it's not fouled or expect. Okay, well then I think that that could just be fixed. That could just be adjusted. That's not a problem. But again, good to know. That's where it is. Oh, I don't know if they can actually do coloring or if this is just clutter. Again, it's like, is it clutter or can they interact with these things? Oh, look at that bear. That's amazing. Oh, there's a creepy clown. That clown looks haunted. There's a little potty. More plushies. Again, you'd think that that would maybe be in the bathroom section as well. Oh, that's a lamp that we already have placed somewhere. Oh, we got a high chair. And then this is all that's up. Oh, and a sandbox. So I'm like, yeah, I'm wondering. Oh, I missed this one. It's like a very creepy worm. These guys can be resized. I'm thinking the things that they can play with can't be resized. Maybe? And the things that can, I don't know. Dinosaur lamp goes next to your tiger couch? Fair enough. Where are you going to put this weird sandworm, though? Okay, that's all the kid stuff. Very little kid stuff. Realistically, that's like barely anything. But I'm sure that's on their list to add more kid stuff when the time comes. Okay, this is the moment. This is what I'm so excited about. Clutter and decor. So, we know the deal with picture frames. Let me go ahead and add a new wall for us. We'll do that. Okay. So, the way these work is very cool. We have these different options, but they can all be resized. And of course, recolored. And of course, you can put your own art and make adjustments to it. Oh, these are standing picture frames. There we go. Come here. Ah, I would love if you would come here. Thank you. We should deep dive with a tester character on hand. We probably could have if I knew how to bring someone over. If we need someone, we can. Okay, so all of these can resize in all the directions. And you can click on them, you click down here, and then you can select pictures from the library. There's not that many. However, you can add pictures from your own computer. There is an issue that we discovered yesterday with adding pictures when you're on Mac. And there was a whole Reddit post about how to do it. And it involved using Terminal and a bunch of other stuff. So I haven't done it yet. So I can't attest to it working for me just yet. But the idea is still pretty cool in that you can add pictures to, something with a frame. You can resize pictures. You can change pictures. It can be very easy to mess up the aspect ratio of a picture. So it is a good idea to keep adjusting it. You can add matte to some of the pictures and, generally just resize. So all of that is really, really cool. I love what they've done with it because being able to make these changes to the frames, to the styles, like all of that is awesome. The size. And as soon as the bug is fixed, that you can do your own custom art. Imagine the HHR cult with all the Rachel photos. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah. I am very excited about this, and I can only imagine that they will eventually add even more frames and make this even better. But for now, I love it. Also, I love that you can resize all of these. I mean, like, the detail on this is great. I mean, How delightful is that? And then just like making whatever changes you want. All the goose pictures your mind can imagine. So that's awesome for picture frames. For plants, we have a whole bunch of options. They can all be sized. And elements of them can be recovered. Or sorry, elements of them can be recolored, is what I meant to say. These ones have dangly bits. What one we discovered was that sometimes not every element can be recolored. So it's like the flower can be recolored, but not the leaves, for example. Oh, this is a hanging one, so we got to put it inside here. Amazing. Quickly just deciding, can this hanging one be it can only be scaled this way. It can't be like raised or lowered, unfortunately. So yeah, unfortunately, oh, more of these inside plants. Unfortunately, at least the few that we were looking at seem like you can't recolor everything, but we probably have some options. We'll try and we'll see what we have. Okay, so those are, oh, I missed one. Oh no, I didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, I have all 4 hanging ones. Okay. And then we're getting a little larger. I mean, some of these are very nice. It would be so cool if they had dead plants. Or the option of plants being alive or dead. I feel like that would be incredible. I don't need my pears to be able to actually, you know, keep them alive or kill them. I just would like the option of having some dead plants. Okay, so that's what we've got for all of our plants. And they can be scaled in this way, as one does. Can't make the plants themselves bigger or smaller without adjusting the size of the pot that they're in. So if, for example, like these flowers, if we want to recolor them, we can only adjust the flowers or the planter, not the leaves. So can't make them dead, unfortunately. Okay. Pillows or cushions is up next. And I believe all of these, or many of these, can be resized and recolored. And this one, you can put your own custom art on. I love how many cushions they gave us. Like, truly. Oh yeah, and then we get to this weird thing. The weird body pillows. That I don't know who asked for this. But they're kind of creeping me out. Additionally, I just discovered that there's 2 versions. A seated version and a flat version. Oh, just of 2 of them. Oh no, just of 3 of them. I don't really get it. That one can't be recolored. Those 2 cannot be recolored. They can be resized. I don't know if the parents can interact with them, like lay on them or sit on them. I also don't know, like, It's a little weird. It's also maybe good that they didn't allow us to put our own art on them. I'm really uncertain the purpose of these. Not trying to yuck anyone's yum, I just don't get it. All of these resize, which is really useful, and can be recolored, which is, again, very useful. Or in this case, you can put your own custom art, and then this one can be scaled out and scaled up. I bet the mod already exists. I just don't know why it needs to. Let's hope they can't. Okay. Rugs. Ooh, okay. Rugs are next. Some of these rugs have a really, really cool feature. Some of the rugs you can put your own text on. Which is delightful. We'll also look at recoloring these and resizing these, because I believe they can all be recolored and resized. I am wondering though if they have a pattern, if the pattern is not going to scale properly. That seems like a likely issue. Also wondering if we can put a new pattern on some of them. I guess we'll find out shortly. I really hope that we can resize rugs in like long or short ways. A little picnic blanket. The fact that we have so many rugs that are the exact same aspect ratio and have different art on them leads me to believe that maybe we recolor this art, but we can't put our own choices on it. Which makes sense given what we know about resizing patterns. Okay. Here are our options, all straight out of the box as is. So this one we can type on, but you can't choose the size or the font. They can be scaled at the same aspect ratio. Can all of them be scaled at the same aspect ratio? Yes. That's a bummer. Oh, wait, this one. Okay, the ones with patterns have to be the same aspect ratio. But the ones that just have regular fill can be adjusted. That's wonderful. Can't get smaller than they start, but they can get bigger. Can we add... Okay, you can only recolor it. Can't add a pattern swatch, which makes sense because we know what we've learned about trying to resize pattern swatches. Again, we're just recoloring the existing art, not choosing a new pattern. And this one can't be recolored at all. I wonder if any others can't be recolored. All right, basically these ones, any ones that have a really complex pattern can't be recolored at all. Okay. You know what? A good start for sure. I hope they come up with a way to adjust rescaling patterns, because then I think they'll be able to really go nuts with rugs. Okay. Mirrors are next. This is going to be a combination of wall mirrors and standing mirrors. Something amazing that we learned is that mirrors can resize, which is something, if you know from playing The Sims, not only do you have to use tool to place mirrors anywhere other than them being like, you know, locked into where they want to be, but you cannot scale them at all. And it turns out that is not a limitation that Paralives has. Paralives, you can do whatever you want, and the mirrors still mirror, which is amazing. All right, here's all of our mirror options. Having this little like standing mirror, again, that can be resized, is incredible. And all of these mirrors can be resized in different ways, either keeping its aspect ratio the same or making it longer or shorter, taller, wider, etc. Which is amazing. How awesome is that? It's so cool. Okay, curtains are next. And curtains are very scalable and resizable, which we discovered. And they're honestly, none of them are ugly, which is a big feat considering the one thing that Sims has not managed to do is design not hideous curtains. And hi, hello, new friend. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. We are looking at every object in Paralives and learning all about them. Okay. Now let's see what we can do with the curtains. So we know that we can make them taller or shorter or narrower or wider, if I could get there. Depending on the curtain, they can get a little glitchy when they get longer. Hello. And you can see here, like, it looks really weird. It gets like kind of warped. So some of them don't scale as well. How does this one do it? Hello? Oh! Oh! Wait. Look at the bottom! Are you kidding me? Oh, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. I don't get out much. Do they all do it? If they're the shortest they can be. Oh my God, look at them. That is awesome. That is so cool. 100,000 stars. So the ones that don't work as well, whatever. The ones that work well are flawless. I mean, basically, this is great because it really allows you to really just like adjust based on the windows and stuff. Exclamation point clip, and it'll do it. I mean, it might not get it exactly, but maybe I'll add a marker. I'll add a marker to the stream so I know where to find it. Shocking. Shocking. Okay. Oh, I may never recover from this. I'm in a perpetual state of stunned by blinds. Oh, it spilt milk. Milky. Can you change the color? You can change the color of what's been spilled. Oh, that is so cute. Why do we have this? I could use this if I were gonna do a Taskmaster house build, because they have a cow on their property, like a fake cow. Okay, literally 2 sculptures and that's it is pretty funny. Okay, wall decor. I'm gonna need another wall. If only you could drag a wall and make it longer. It's weird that you can't adjust a wall. I don't know why I can't figure it out. You can make it taller or like move it, but for whatever reason, I don't know why you can't drag a wall longer. That seems like it needs to be a mistake. That's very weird. Why is your dog mad at you? Okay. Let's look at all the wall decor. An open sign. All these little hanging guys. Oh, that one's cute. Does that say crime? It does say crime. Adorable. Crime pays. A light string. Bunting. A record. A little hanging stained glass thing. We've got some clocks. Hooks? Wait. What the heck was that? Excuse me? Are you seeing this? Hello? Pardon me. Pardon me, sir. Excuse my most incredible pardon. Are you seeing this? They cannot be recolored, but you can flip them. Medieval pennant can be flipped. Wow, wow, wow. I thought it was literally just like a little hook, which it could be if you don't put anything else on it. Oh my goodness. That is amazing. You can scale the hook as well if you want to for some reason. You're in hysterics over how badly that fitted sheet is on the clothesline. It's not doing great, but like, that is still so cool. And presumably, I wonder, okay, just, you know what? I didn't mean for this to happen, but...
One of the biggest challenges you're going to face in your life is how to fold a fitted sheet.
So true, Fez. That is, we've never gotten to use that in actual context before. Amazing. Okay, but like, look, you can have it from thing to thing. from thing to thing. Thank you for the bits, Fest. You can't tell me that that's not incredible. No, one of the hardest things you'll have to face in life is folding a fitted sheet. The lady told us so. Wowza, that is incredible. That's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, well, I might never recover. Okay, we've got a bass. We've got, I don't know, streamer lights. I don't know. They're called influencing panels. Unhinged. Okay, and we've got pride flags. Can they be recolored? Oh, they can be. So if you have like a matching... Yeah, if basically, depending on the patterns, you can find all the flags. And it will recolor based on the lines. There's bunting. There's the mailbox. There's this hanging tapestry thing. Plate wall. Skateboard. Oh, lots of skateboards. Some sort of decorative thing. A moose head. Another clock. A neon rocket ship. A shield. A steering wheel. 90s paraphernalia. More 90s paraphernalia. I like how many various clock options they've given us. I have to assume they don't work. I don't think the time is going to change on them. Oh, and we've got some awnings. I wonder if the awnings can be resized. We'll find out. Of course they can. What do you take us for? Everything else can just be scaled. Yeah, basically. Try making that with 4 cats. Okay. Wow, I'm so impressed by the laundry line and this bunting flag. That is very cool and unexpected. Okay. 2 more categories. Next one is festivities. A candle. And look, we can resize the candle and the flame doesn't float. Is that a rug or a placemat? A blanket. All right, we've got Christmas holiday stuff. Oh, it says name. You can type a name on your stockings and recolor the stockings. That's so cute. That's adorable. I might set the cow on fire. Oh, I don't really need to be that close to a cow, if I'm being so honest with you guys. There's a mug with hot chocolate in it. The nutcracker, a snow globe. A wreath. And a wall wreath. And an advent calendar. I bet they put all this stuff in the game when they were going to release it around the holidays. And then they didn't release it around the holidays, and now they just have like a bunch of Christmas stuff in here. This is a hanging thing, I guess. Okay. A present. Another wreath. Oh, we got hanging candles. I don't know if we have anything else hanging. I guess we're into Halloween now. A wall-mounted bat. A crow. More bats. Little ghosty bunting. Hanging creepy wall cat. More bunting. Creepy skeleton cat. Pumpkin. The pumpkin has different faces. So you can have all the different options. As well as a regular pumpkin with no face. Holiday pillow. Gourd. Oh, a hanging ghost. Sorry, we gotta go back into our room. Over here. That is creepy. Oh. Hanging witch's hat while we're here. Oh, that's a really weird looking spider web. Weird looking spider web. I don't know if it's meant to be a spider web. Oh, another gourd. Spider. Gingerbread house. That's cute. I would love there to be some like non-Christmas holiday stuff. A little cauldron. Oh, we've actually seen these before. These were in the plant section. We got a skull. We've got these skeleton hands. We've got a forbidden butt plug. Don't use those. They're not safe. Oh, these are pillows. We saw those already. A hay bale. I don't know if that counts as a seat or not. Oh, and we actually saw these. These were in rugs. Oh yeah, more cushions. Oh, these are supposed to be... I'm trying to grab you. So these guys are sitters. They can sit there together, be friends forever. If it doesn't have a full wrist, it doesn't go there. Very true. Don't do it. You will regret it. Oh, we've got a coffin that has bones in it. A snowman. Small Christmas tree. Big Christmas tree. And we have 2 different types of okay, so this one has stuff growing on it. And I'm going to assume that you can change, you can change the text on these. What names you want, you can change the names and the epitaph. Which is pretty great. And recoloring them, obviously. You can't wait to say Simsy's insane graveyard creation? What about my insane graveyard creation? We've built so many Sims cemeteries over the years, at least 5. And once I discovered that we could make open graves and like have them buried, it was game over. I loved it. It was so fun. Okay, so lots of holiday stuff. Not the most inclusive holiday stuff. It's very Christmas and I guess Halloween. But I think that they could adjust that. I think they could add more. Okay. And now finally, just like some miscellaneous decor. This is a blanket. Is it meant to go? Let's go over to the chairs. Or the beds or something. Okay. We can put a blanket on the edge of something. That's very cool. Okay, a little statue. This weird little... I want this to sit on the edge. It's like an elf on a shelf. I'm confused. It's not letting me... Okay. So you can have this weird thing sitting on the edge. I guess we're just here now. A disco ball. A carved animal. A little bicycle. A candle. Oh, we've got some of this creepy, like, live, laugh, love stuff. This is home. This is help. That is really funny. What's this one? Does this go on the back of a chair? Where does this go? Oh. I want to see how we can get this. I messed it up, but I think this is the... This is not exactly right because it's clipping. What am I supposed to put this on the back of? Okay, that one works. It's barely clipping. Help, OMG. Okay, I don't exactly know what this one is most optimized for. Anything with like a straight back. But I love this idea, even though I can't quite figure out how it works. What do you think it's for? Do we think it's for, like, the edge of a couch? Oh, that's perfect. There we go. Look at that. Okay, it's a bit weird, but... You can stretch it out. It gets bigger. I guess it gets a little smaller too. Okay. I think that we could figure out how to best utilize it. Yeah, and don't look at it too hard. And we can obviously recolor it, and we can change the pattern on it. Oh, amazing. I love that. Okay, that's very cool. In advanced mode. Oh, yeah, advanced transform. Okay, that makes sense. You could obviously do that if you wanted to. Okay, yeah. Cool. I'm into it. Oh, we have a little guitar. A candlestick. Is that like a doily? What is that? What is this supposed to go on? Is it? What is it meant to fit on? Oh, probably this. And then we could just adjust it a little better. Okay. That's cool. All right. So we've got a flat one, a round one. Sorry, we're just going all over the place now. And then one that's literally meant to drape over something. I mean, that's very cool. Back to my little zone. We have some little birds. Amazing for me, because I'm a bird lady. A bird candle. Some candlesticks. I don't think they can be lit. Maybe they can. Alarm clock. Little glowing nightlight. Orb. A piggy bank. Wait, that's so fun. Some candles. Some more forbidden butt plugs. Oh, decor wheel that you could lean on something. Okay, we've already seen those. This weird little naughty noodle thing. Not naughty, not naughty, to be clear. SpongeBob has made its way into Paralives. It's very insidious that way. Pile of wood next to the fireplace. Just a weird sculpture of some type. This is lots of really good clutter. Oh, this one's a wall one. We gotta go back to our walls. Little hanging bird cage. Haha! Okay, amazing. I mean, I would say that some of these belong not in misc, but belong in sculptures or in wall decor. But whatever. Closed umbrella and another type of open umbrella. A little step stool. Keg. And some more weird statues. Ooh, that's nice. A trellis. I'm really wondering if these things... These aren't really resizable. You have to go into advanced mode to resize them. Ooh, fun. A room divider? Okay. An orb. A magic orb. Another room divider. Can these be resized at all? No, just scaled. It'd be cool if you could make them wider or smaller, you know? Oh, we got a big ol' pergola that can be scaled out. Amazing. A globe, but like an astronomy globe. There's no bars. I'm now realizing. Can they not drink? Is Paralife a sober game? All right, we got a not your grandfather's clock and whatever that is. Okay, this got a little hectic, but a variety of good clutters, right? I feel like a variety of good clutters. And finally, the last, that was all decor. The very last and best category, clutter. You could do with a break from bars? I feel like there should be some bars, though, or at least a bar, and like bottles and drinks and stuff. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is the most exciting part. This is the part we've all been waiting for. This is all the miscellaneous, amazing clutter, and I could not be more excited. Okay. Are you guys ready? In paper goods, we have a newspaper that says Paralives News. Who is Mustache Man? A folded paper that shows you like the crossword and a word search and stuff. A little notebook, a spiral bound notebook. None of these can be recolored. Interesting. A document tray. A stack of post-it notes. Stationery. Open books that have drawings in them. Open comic books. Open reference books. These can't be recolored at all. Standing books can't be recolored at all. Open children's book. Face down manga. Oh, hey, Eric. We need some Manischewitz, absolutely. All right, they're giving us individual books. Obviously, you can use advanced mode to, to make adjustments to books if you want to like flip them or rescale them, or you want to do more dedicated stuff to them, you absolutely can. But it's nice that they gave us both types kind of immediately. None of these are recolorable. This one, sort of like photo album style. This one is recolorable. Is this a bulletin board? Hello? Oh, it's getting... Help me. I'm getting lost. Okay. Bulletin board that can be resized. Amazing. It's nice to see you too. I hope you're doing well. Have you been enjoying Paralives? Okay. A little bundle of 3 books. This little stack. We recognize these books from the bookshelves. A little book basket. I don't think that these count as books. Like, I don't think a para can read these books. I think they're just clutter. But I bet someone will mod that out. I've not done any gameplay with books, so I don't know if, I assume they can click on a bookshelf and read something. That's my guess, but I could be wrong about that. Oh wow, there's a lot of book bundles here. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are not recolorable either. Which again is a bit of a bummer, because I would have imagined reskinning them wouldn't have been that much work. I would absolutely, if someone made mods to reskin the books, I would totally download those mods. And there's a mod to use them as a bookcase. The customization is amazing. Yeah. Did you, we've been doing our deep dive and looking at every object to really like figure out what's in the game. Did you see the laundry line? Did you see that you can make the blinds shorter and longer and it looks like they're opening and closing? I was not ready. I was not ready. Okay, so it's getting weird. This is all of the paper goods. The fact that there's like a little stack of Post-it notes is next level to me. Incredible. Okay, next clutter, organizers. Okay. So we've got some plates and platters. Can the boxes be... The box can be completely scaled. It can be shorter, taller. Wow. You can resize the boxes. Even the open box can be resized. There's a picnic basket. And there's some miscellaneous, I would say, organizers. And a little crate. Ah, yeah, the mirrors being able to be resized is amazing. So true. Some of the scaling is a little wonky. There's some things that you can resize that you shouldn't be able to resize, or it looks so weird when you do, but like 90% of it is flawless. It's like incredible. I love it so much. Okay, so that's all for organization. Disposal. Every so often, you gotta put something in the trash. Some different style garbage bins. There's a recycling bin. Amazing. Some pedal bins. And then we've got recycling, garbage, and I think that's meant to be a green bin. I don't know. Compost. Amazing. I love that there's a recycling bin. Okay. So now we are in clothing. A bag. A folded towel. This is the wall. That's that. So we don't have to place that again. Ooh. I will save. We've already seen the clotheslines, folded clothes that you can recolor. Amazing. Boots. A little shoe rack. Can it be resized? Of course it can. Amazing. Laundry basket. Why is this the best? A hamper. A corner hamper. Slippers that you can, of course, put on the clothing rack. 2 types of slippers. Shoes. A hat that you can put on the wall. A hat. And a hat. And a box of slippers. Another wall hat. A backpack. A suitcase. The same suitcase standing, a briefcase, a suitcase with like stickers on it and stuff that you can recolor, a fancy suitcase with no stickers on it, a pile of suitcases, high heels, a satchel, a wall hanging coat. A bit weird looking. Kind of a weird texture. I'm not really sure what it's supposed to be. A coat rack that has coats and sweaters and hats on it. And a ring box with a ring inside. Oh, that's so cute. Maybe it's a fur coat, but like it's kind of a weird, it's sort of strange. I don't know. The pixelation on it, like the lining is strange. You think it's a grandpa sweater? I don't know. It's like a bit of a weird choice. I'm really not sure what it's supposed to be. It looks strange to me. I don't know. Amazing. That's really good clothing clutter. Toiletries are up next. A lump of hair. Horrible and amazing. And of course you can recolor it. Toothbrush. Put it right next to the hair, just for you guys. Toothbrush holder. Kleenex box. Can we Oh, you can only color it. You can't do anything else to it. Okay. Tube of toothpaste. Not recolorable. A wall-mounted loofah. A roll of toilet paper. Oh, we already saw the towel. Soap. A bar of soap. A bottle of shampoo or something. Conditioner. Skincare. More skincare. Toilet brush. Toilet paper holder. Toilet paper holder on the wall. And 2 types. And you can flip if you want the toilet paper under or over. If you're a psychopath or normal. Or alternately if you have cats or don't have cats. Okay, that's very good bathroom clutter for a start. We obviously need more. We need like hair dryers and makeup and stuff like that, but a good start for sure. And at least these can be a little bit recolored, like the bottle colors can change. Not only are the pieces really good, but the fact that it's so easy to clutter with them is so nice. One thing I do wish was that it wasn't so pixelated. I feel like it's something I hope that they're planning to fix. Because like some things are clearer and some things are fuzzier. And like why would the toilet paper have this like small pattern, but then everything else looks so fuzzy? I have everything turned up to like max definition or whatever, and it still looks so weird and pixelated. I guess from far away you can't really notice, and that's probably what they were going for. Maybe it was like, we need things to be lower resolution to not completely like break the game. But I still wish things were a little higher resolution. Okay, so first up, we have various tins. I just don't, if it's gonna be blurry, like don't try and put text on it. Is kind of what I'm thinking. Oh, it's cute with all the little graphics though. Little cookie tin. Oh, what if they did like a sewing kit? A sewing kit filled with sewing supplies and a sewing kit filled with cookies. Both of those would be excellent. Oh, there's a coffee cup from the Story Nook. That's a real place in the game. Soy sauce. A line of... Oh, we do have this kind of bar. Just a clutter bar. Ramen. Milk. Cereals. Olive oil. This to me is the most fun. I love this so much. This feels like playing like doll houses. A cutting board. A little mustard bottle. A pepper grinder. Oh my god, look at the little napkin dispenser. Oh, this is amazing. Water bottles. Salt and pepper. We've got a Happy Cola bottle. The measuring spoons. Bubbles. Putting these into cabinets is gonna be so enjoyable. Oh, I can't wait. There's our hanging apron. a mixing bowl, another cutting board, leaning cutting boards. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I love this stuff. A spoon. I don't know, is that a plate or a trivet? I don't know what it's meant to be. Trivet, maybe. A mortar and pestle. A cute milk bottle. A jug of milk. I feel like that's way too large. I feel like that should be like that size, like cappuccino maker size. A little like bowl of sugar cubes. Miscellaneous liquids. Popcorn, again, way too big. I mean, listen, oh, this one can't be resized without going into extras mode. Ooh, we got some more hanging stuff. What's this? Ooh, like dried things hanging. We love that. Oh, this is the best. I'm so glad they spent so much time on this. Just like different jams and things. A little honey pot. All right. A mug. A knife. I don't know if that's a saucer or a plate. I'm like uncertain about scale. Like, how is this Stanley? I assume it's a Stanley. Bigger than a huge thing of milk. Oh man, this is delightful. I could not be more delighted. All this glassware is awesome. Different types of wine glasses. Oh, there's a fork. Cat mug. Water glass. I am really confused by the scale of these items. I think a lot of these will have to be resized in actual use. Some of them just feel like they're bigger than they need to be. You haven't? You keep getting push content? Ooh. Well, I know that you have played The Sims, right? I think that's how we met. So, if you like The Sims, it's gonna be right up your alley. Oh my god, the rolling pin. Yeah, obsessively. Exactly. It's quite fun. I've only feel like we've just scratched the surface. But yeah, there's definitely something going on with the scale of these items. Because like, how is like a stack of mugs the same as a paper towel holder, right? Oh my god, there's a teapot. The amount of customization that you can do is truly next level. Like, it's so good. Ooh, stacks of plates. I think like my instinct when our first thing we ever did was build like a little kitchen. Oh, this is a wall mounted. And that was a good choice because like the level of clutter we can make they did such a good job. Casserole dish. Oh yeah, it would be nice if like this was usable. The tray. Oh my gosh, look at these. Oh, these are delightful. Dutch ovens. Is this a cooling rack? A dish rack? I'm not really certain what that's meant to be. I don't know. There's a dish rack though, that's very good. Oh, another type of dish rack. And another way to have your things. Hanging fruit basket over here. That's so cute. Oh my gosh, there's even more. Oh, there's also a knife wall while we're here. And hanging implements. I think that's all of those. Okay, and back up here. A basket with eggs. A bread basket. A fruit bowl. A very cute scale. A pot. There's this gingerbread house again. Another type of, oh, a gooseneck kettle. They should make that work at some point. We've got some bottles of wine and champagne, a little wine rack, a whiskey bottle, and a huge block of cheese. This is so next level. Amazing. Look at all this clutter. And this is just base game. This is just day one clutter. Oh, I'm so into this. Okay, cleaning supplies to clean everything up. I have a bag of garbage. We have a sponge. Oh my god, that is so cute. And we have a hanging broom and dustpan, which is great. Of course, all of this is pretty resizable and recolorable as well, which is awesome. A big boy cheese. I've never been to a place that does it, but you know the places that like hollow out the cheese and they make the pasta like right in the cheese wheel? That sounds like heaven. Okay. Hobby-related clutter is next. Watering can. Screwdriver. Wrench. Tubes of paint. Paint palette. Art brushes. A big paintbrush. A paint like palette. A little paintbrush. Fitness dumbbells. This is a wall-mounted something. Wall-mounted jump rope. Oh, that's cute. A Rubik's Cube, an enormous Rubik's Cube. Some weird stuffed animal. Oh, this is from Outbound. This is the Outbound bus. That's a collab. Unholy in a good way. By the way, my Outbound video is coming out on YouTube, I think tomorrow. So if you want to watch me play 7 days worth of Outbound, go to YouTube. A green screen. Aw, yay, I can build my office. And a light. This is a good hobby. Made it for streamers. And what is this? A duffel bag of some kind? A storage container? Like a tackle box? Some kind of bits and bytes and bobs technology. Oh, look, it's like a yoga ball. Here's a yoga mat, which you're right, it isn't clutter, but presumably they can actually do yoga, I would hope. A rolled up yoga mat. Another fitness dumbbell thing. Stamp collecting. That's an open book to collect stamps. Amazing. A little house barn. Something from Among Us. Dice. Dungeons and Dragons dice. A puzzle. This weird haunted melted thing. Leaning canvases. I think like these come from a game that I don't know about. I mean, I'm happy that they were able to do collabs with other games, but I also wish there was a way to like, I don't want Among Us stuff in my game, you know? I don't care that much. It's not a deal breaker, but like, I don't really want that in my game. You can take stamps off your mail in the game. You can? No. Really? Ooh, a train track. I thought it was a jump rope. Oh, roller skates that you can hang off the wall. A kettlebell, is that what it's called? Yeah, that sounds right. Regular roller skates. Oh, this goes with the Dungeons and Dragons dice. Amazing. A guitar case. A leaning guitar case is awesome. Stacks of wood. And a weight rack. Amazing. This is all really good bonus clutter. Okay, 2 more categories. When you get bills, you can collect stamps. That's very cool. I don't know if you can, maybe you can't put them in the book, but maybe that's just like because it's something that exists in the game. I don't know. Okay. Magnifying glass. Band-aids. I don't know, flashcards or something. Health clutter, it says. Tensor bandages. Pill organizers. Maybe that's like hearing aids? Yeah. Hearing aids. Kids. Toys. Pads and tampons. Amazing. Hot water bottle. Oh, here's the bar. We can place a bar and we can resize it, which is amazing. That's such a good option. A wall-mounted cane. Oh, this one is also, this is a leaning against the wall cane. Like asthma inhaler or something? Inhaler? First aid kit? Pills of various types, prescriptions otherwise? Oh, hey Aiden, how are you? Welcome in. It's nice to see you. Happy Pride Month to you as well. A book about sign language? Amazing. A book about... Oh, I think it's a book with Braille. I think that's meant to be Braille. This weird creepy thing. Oh yeah, glucose monitor. We've got like crutches, I guess, like wall-mounted ones as well. Oh, there's... I don't... what are these called? I forget. With the little tennis balls on the bottom. Amazing. Headphones. Some kind of machine that does something. Medical. A little like phone transcription thing. And a wheelchair. These are not playable yet, but I believe that they will be one day. Walkers, yeah. Or like rollators, I think that's also a name for them. That's so awesome. That's so awesome. I love that. Finally, ladders and a bicycle with a little basket. And in terms of recoloring it, it's just recoloring the frame of the bike, but nothing else. And the ladder, we're just recoloring the color of the ladder and nothing else. I mean, this is so nice. And that's officially it. That is all of the base game. Buy items. What do we think? I'm really impressed. I'm so glad we did that because I feel like it would have taken us forever to find everything. And now we have a really good idea of what exists in game and what kind of adjustments we can make to those items. Some you can adjust way more than others, but every item gives you the option of using the advanced transform tool for more tweaks, which is essentially just like a very accessible way to use tool. Yeah, it's an amazing. I mean, I think that this is enough for like a couple months for sure before they start adding in new things. Like, this is a lot of items. Yeah, okay. Things I'm feeling that I would maybe sort of want or would like to see in the future. I think the main thing is that items that are scalable, like the couches, like the beds, like anything fabric that's scalable, I would like them to fix pattern repetition so that you could, if it gives you the option of choosing a fabric, the fabric isn't going to like stretch and skew and look bad. I would love if they fixed that wrap. That would be a major wish for me. My second wish would be that the things that scale and look bad when scaled, they would fix them. So like some of the curtains, they, instead of, you know, adding more fabric, they just stretch it out and it looks bad. So I feel like I would love if they did another pass at scaling these objects so that you could actually use them at every scale. I would love the ability to have like more like dead plants, whether that's giving us the ability to recolor every element of them or just give us some new objects that literally look like these versions but like dead. Oh yeah, I would like the ability to have more control over rugs. I feel like that's something. Basically placing patterns, I would like more options for scale and direction and stuff for the way the patterns fill. I would love to be able to resize bookshelves more and have the books repopulate based on that. And I would like the ability to recolor the books themselves. But other than that, I mean, I think that if we wanted to be like total vanilla players and not download any CC for this game, any mods, we would get tired with what we currently had after like, you know, a year, 6 months, I don't know, of using the exact same objects. There is an amount of customization and recoloring you can do, but at the end of the day, it's still very much like the same objects. And I think that we are sort of competing with The Sims, which had like really trained us, I think it's fair to say, to expect new content quite regularly. So I know it's not the same game, and I know it's a small team, and I know it's going to take a while, and they're splitting their focus for, you know, building and gameplay and, you know, create a para, whatever that section which is called, character creation. So I feel like it's going to be a while before we get like tons of new objects. I'm hoping they just add objects in just every so often to avoid needing to use mods. But that said, there's already so many, and I know that there's going to be even more amazing ones. So, you know, if it seems like they're not adding stuff very regularly, then yeah, getting into mods and stuff, I guess, is a thing that we can do. So yeah, those are all my thoughts. Do you guys have any thoughts? I do really like everything though, and especially like the clutter, and there's so much good stuff that just feels like I'm very excited to build with all of this. This was lovely. I had a lovely time. If you watched this on YouTube, thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment with what things you think are missing from the quote unquote base game build by that you would like to see. And also, please tell me your unfettered reaction to seeing the blinds go up and down for the first time, because I truly think I will never be the same.